Welcome to another episode of Bleav in Falcons. I'm your host, Ovie and my co-host, Mike Turner, is obviously cold. We're both wearing hoodies because for some reason Atlanta decided to get cold as heck the last couple of days. So there's a reason that we're not the Seahawks. We're happier than people who live in Seattle because it's raining and it's cold and your team's losing and losing and losing. While Atlanta, we're winning and winning and winning. 3 games in a row? I think Mike said 2 last week.
Yeah.
Three games. Yeah, Mike's not perfect, guys. Give him a break. I know you guys are giving him the business on our YouTube and all the socials, but hey, Michael Turner, he's not perfect. All right. I blocked him a couple times. I go left, he goes right. I go right, he goes left. He doesn't listen. He's human. We all make mistakes. But the Falcons hopefully are not going to make a mistake when it comes to beating these Seahawks. We are flying high, Mike. I got to say, people really are starting to believe in our Falcons. It is a 4-2 record that we thought was going to happen, but then we got a little shaky about it happening after that first game. But now we're in a place to where we're favored to win this game. We're favored to do some exciting things. Even a bet online is favoring us to do a couple of positive things in that betting area. What's the line saying? What those guys in Vegas saying?
The guys in Vegas said it's a 3-point spread. We at home, it's a 3-point spread, and the over-under is 51. So they expect a little scoring in this game. I'm not expecting that much scoring.
You're not expecting scoring.
I'm not expecting that much scoring. I know. Carolina game last week. I don't know, 38 points by the Falcons. I wasn't seeing that. I wasn't expecting that. I thought Carolina had a more respectable defense than what they showed.
All right.
I think Seattle's way better than Carolina. Can you agree on that?
Yeah. They're better than Carolina.
They're better than Carolina. Okay.
But like the thing for me is that Geno Smith, and I didn't know this, he's leading the NFL in passing yards per game, 296 yards per game. But he's also leading in pass attempts. Their rush game isn't all it's cracked up to be. Their running back has struggled to run the ball efficiently, so they have him dropping back. And Geno's got skills, leading the league, but for some reason he's not getting the touchdowns that he wants. 6 TDs, 6 interceptions. So it might be a high-scoring game. I'd probably choose the over because both defenses are, and our defense is not bad, but their defense ain't as good as some of the others. And we have a very bend but don't break type of situation with our D. And we're going to talk a little more about the defense because as 2 running backs usually do, we tend to be heavy on the offense. But our defense has got to show up this week, man. We talk about Geno Smith leading the league in yards per game, and we have harped on a couple things on our show, and it comes to fruition when we do that. We were harping on Kyle Pitts. Got to get Kyle Pitts going. Got to get Kyle Pitts the ball. Got to get Kyle Pitts to do what needs to be done. And Kyle Pitts obviously watches the show, obviously listens. 70 yards the last couple of games. Not world-beating, but still, to have him go from like nothing to 3 attempts and 0 catches to now 2 plus 70-yard games, Kyle's listening. Or the Falcons, coaching staff is listening. So now we need to focus on Geno will pick us apart if he has time. He will have time if we continue to be one of the worst pass rushing teams in the league.
Right.
We have to change that. There's rumbles about us trying to get Hassan Reddick and get a pass rusher here and get a splash, have a splash of color, talent, something different because we're trying to rush the ball. We're trying to do something. I saw on one of these little stat things that we have the 7th highest blitz rate, but only 5 sacks, which means we're not getting home. And 4 guys alone aren't going to do it. Love Grady, love Onyemata, Caden Ellis and Troy Anderson, and Nate Landman are some nice solid linebackers. But Judon with that group up front was supposed to get it done. Haven't been getting it done. And for whatever reason, it's not working. So for us to be 7th highest blitz rate, only 5 sacks, we got to do something. So because the Falcons watch our show and because they all listen and the coaches get their pen and paper out whenever Ovie and Mike talk, we need to get even more creative on our blitz packages. So the times we've gotten home, it hasn't always been Judon. I think Judon has 1.5. Grady has 1.5. It's been, D. Alford or Mike Hughes or like somebody that they're sending on a corner cat safety blitz. Get Jesse Bates out there. Like I don't know what to do. I'm not a defensive specialist. Maybe you are. You just hide it. But what do the Falcons have to do, man? Like how do we get some pressure on Geno Smith because I do not want this to turn into a game because he's got time and he's picking us apart. And if we have a fumble interception, bam, it's a game. I think we're better than the Seahawks. I told our friends over at Bleav in Seahawks. I think it's all day they call it. They don't call it Bleav and whatever. But Lofa Tatupu, I don't know if you remember Lofa. He was a linebacker for the Seahawks, and I gave him some concussions. He gave me some concussions. You know, we're still friends. No hard feelings. But I got on his show, and I basically told him how terrible they were. I was very, honest and open with how we're going to kick their ass, and they have no chance. He laughed, but I think he understood that I was right. I'm right. He can't deny. I was like, what makes you think that you have a chance to beat us? I mean, you've lost 3 in a row. We've won 3 in a row. We had a 500-yard game passing and a 200-yard game rushing. You guys have not. So, I mean, I'm just saying, like, we're much, much better. And what he said actually had some weight. He's like, because you guys are flying high and overconfident, and we are hungry. I said,
all right.
That's good.
Yeah. Right. I was gonna say, Ovie, that's what I was gonna go with.
Yeah.
Ovie, you need to be humble.
Yeah. Hey. Do I look humble?
You were talking about
I'm the best fullback in Falcons franchise history. Do I have the humble in any part of my definition? No. Not humble at all.
We're gonna kick y'all ass.
Yeah, we're gonna kick y'all ass.
No. Be humble, Ovie.
But no, get back to the defense, man. What do we have to do, Michael, to get home?
First, we need to create third and long situations. Those numbers that you're coming up with, I don't know exactly what the percentage is of how many of those was like third and long with Geno or anything like that.
Yeah.
And how we do that? Stop the run game. He has 2 running backs that's capable of running the football, and he's gonna not depend on Geno to win the football game.
Mm-hmm.
He wants Geno to manage the game. So we need to just stop the run. And we've been having problems stopping the run lately. Carolina was running the ball on us.
Yeah,
that's how they were. Right. That's how they was into the game until the second half. So I think I hope Raheem and everybody else fix those run fits and everything else. Like, you got to stop the run to create third and long.
Yeah.
And then get the, you know what I'm saying, instead of a 3-step drop on third down, make it a 5 to 7 drop on third, and that's how your pass rush gets in.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that's the case. I'm just hoping.
I'm hoping you're right. I'm hoping that
I'm hoping that's the case. I'm just hoping we're not creating enough third and long situations to let our pass rush show, you know what I'm saying, or who they are or who we are as far as rushing the passer.
Now, I agree. And you know what? I'm curious to see how DK Metcalf and our DBs tangle, because that is a grown man. That's a guy who can line up at fullback if he wanted to and probably block for somebody, because I don't know what he eats. I don't know, what he obviously he's legal because that he's passing the drug test, but he probably gets drug tested more than most because he looks like dang bodybuilder in a too small Seahawks jersey out there mushing DBs and safeties, but he's giving safeties a run for their money. And he's one of their top receivers, and a guy that recently was pretty public and open about his desire to get the ball and his frustration that they're not winning as much as they should. So I don't know if they're going to try to Kyle Pitts it and force him the ball and make him happy and get some long yards. But the Falcons defense has been really good at keeping everything in front of them. They take bend but don't break to a new level. And it's been working, because when they're bending and they're letting I saw another stat, the Falcons have had QBs to 8.6 yards per completion. Lowest in the NFL. Michael, lowest in the NFL. So our defense is holding QBs to the lowest yards per completion percentage, but they're doing that repeatedly. But still, it gives us a chance to get an AJ interception or Jesse Bates interception or Clark Phillips or somebody on our defense will step up, which I guess is the plan. Well, it has to be the plan because we're not getting to the QB. We're not getting home. So they're getting more time to do what they do. So I look forward and actually like the matchup of their strength versus our strength. And again, Geno's numbers are inflated because his attempts are leading the league as well.
Right.
But I feel very confident with what we can do with our back end. Now it's our front end. Grady, Onyemata, my man AK, Arnold Ebiketie, and Judon. Like Matthew Judon, he's a guy that he got to get on to the quarterback. And I know he wants to. I know he was paid to do that. I know he's betting on himself. And so for that reason, especially, you've been in your contract year in San Diego. You went off. I was in my contract year in Baltimore. I went off, and we both got paid. But we came here, and it wasn't just about getting paid, especially for me. You did pretty good your first year because I was there to help you out. But my first year, Michael, was so bad. I talked about it several times. I got paid, and I did not see the field because we were down by 3 touchdowns by first quarter because it was the Bobby Petrino year, and it was just horrible. And just me personally, when they brought me in for a specific to do a specific job, which is to clear the way for the tailback, to keep the QB clean, and I couldn't even get a chance to do that. It bothered me. It irritated me. Not too much because I was guaranteed money, but I was like, hey, I want to.
You want to show your talent,
right? Yeah, it's something about your not dignity, integrity. It's just your manhood. Like I don't want to walk around the city with people thinking I stole something or I didn't do my job. Right? I'm not the guy that they thought I was. Just for me in football, playing football in middle school and Pee Wee, like you want to go out there. If someone picks you on your team, you're the first pick. You're like, I want him. You want to say be worth the pick, and so I wanted to be worthwhile. But it took you and Mike, and Matt Ryan, and Mike Smith come for me to actually show my stuff. I'd love to be in the head of Judon. I love to see or hear or understand what he's thinking because everyone's talking about him. Even though he didn't take the largest amount of money, he still was brought here for this reason.
Okay, Ovie.
Yes.
What did Mike Mularkey say like last week or whenever we talked to him? Like sometimes you got to block for the running back as a receiver. You talk about Hines Ward. Sometimes you got to block, keep first downs going.
That's true.
In order to keep the ball, and then you'll get more receptions. You get more targets.
Yeah.
Judon and everybody else, y'all got to stop the run to get more attempts at sacking the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Get those third and longs. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all not stopping the run, who cares if you're a sack master?
Yeah.
You won't be in that position of being a sack master unless you're in you can't get no sack on a 3-step drop.
Yeah.
The reason why it's only 8 yards pass attempt. You know what I'm saying? 8 yards per pass attempt. Because they ain't got to throw the ball deep. It's no 3rd and 14. It's no, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to stop the run first.
No, you're right.
And that will get you more attempts at the passer.
Mike, it's crazy you say that because when I just think about the Falcons and how they're pretty beefed up in the defensive line, we know that there's issues with sacking the quarterback. But I'm like, they're doing a decent job against the run. Not so much. They're allowing the 8th most yards in the league. And I'm like, wait, our team is allowing the 8th most yards? I think Chuba Hubbard made it not so good last week, but we're not stopping the run. We're not sacking the quarterback. We're not getting to, we're not, as a defense, our best part is, AJ and Justin Simmons and Jesse. And it's good because they're the last line of defense and they're holding the line. But we need the middle part and we need the front of our defense to operate at a high level as well.
Man, it all works together, man. It all works together. And hopefully we will get it together still early in the season. But you gotta stop the run. You gotta toughen up. You gotta buckle them chin straps.
Tighten up. Buckle chin strap. Let's go.
And he's like, we on the road. The best way we're gonna kind of win this game or steal this game. I don't know how they feeling, but is to run the football first.
Yeah.
Don't get it out of Geno hand.
Yeah.
Even though they got 3 dynamic receivers. That's the scary. You know what I'm saying? That's the scary part too. They got Lockett, Metcalf, and Smith from Ohio State. Those 3 guys, they can make some plays now.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we gotta, but he don't care.
Yeah.
He wants to run the football first.
Yeah, he does.
He's not going to change. He's not going to change. So he's going to come. He's going to come with that mentality. This week, our defense better buckle them chin straps.
Absolutely, Mike. While we on that mentality, what's Mike's burning question this week, man? Because it's a segment we want to make a regular segment because the burner Turner has burning questions that keep him up late at night, and we want to know what is keeping Mike up right now? What's the burning question you got for these fans?
I just came up with this right now.
Okay.
But are we tough on defense?
Ooh. Okay.
Are we tough on defense?
All right.
We made plays on defense. We've been making plays on defense, but have we proven that we're tough on defense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my burning question. Are we tough on defense? This is a game to prove are we tough?
Yeah.
Pete gonna challenge our toughness.
Yeah.
To the max.
Absolutely. And I think one of the ways that teams are challenged is, I know from our end, when we're doing a 4-minute offense and we're just grinding it through and we're knocking them out, I love when those defensive players start putting their hands on their hips. Right. I love the defensive players. And from a fullback, I can see when you blink, when you kind of cringe before the hit, when you, dare I say, back up. Right. And if we're running the ball the way Mike Malarkey had us running the ball, by fourth quarter, some of those guys, when I hit them, when you hit them, they're shying away. These are NFL, elite, top of the line defenses that are showing weakness. And so part of being tough is going through some of the most difficult times, these long drives, and still coming at the offenses with that same type of fight. Like back when I was with the Ravens and we played the Steelers, those guys, like, their middle name was Tough. They used to eat Tuffios or Tough. It was crazy, man. To where like Joey Porter, Troy, like those guys were crazy. And, like they were tough. And we had an offense with Harvey, Tyson, Mud Dug. Like we were a tough offense and a tough running team. And that's a great burning question. Can our defense toughen up? Because it's cute and it's sexy and it's fun, interceptions and batting down balls. Our DBs are doing a great job, but it takes the linebackers and that D line to really show toughness. Safety will come up and knock somebody out. Justin will do their thing. But the linebackers and D line, they got to show. Is toughness a part of the Falcons' MO? Is that part of who we are? Is that, at our heart, at our core, what we build around? Yes or no? Because different teams act different ways.
Burning question.
Burning question.
Right. We'll see this week. We'll see this week.
We're going to find out.
It's a great game. Got a win streak going. We back at home. It's a game we should win.
Yeah.
Where's your toughness at?
Yeah.
Where your toughness at?
I mean, I'm curious to see how we play on offense because, again, we had a big passing game. We had a big running game, and we showed we can do both. But now I'm just like, you don't have to. We can go crazy on passing. I'm like, let's bring it all together. We're at home now. Let's bring it all together, have a nice mix, beat them in different ways. Keep on feeding Kyle Pitts the ball. Don't stop this train. 70 yards. Let's get 80. Let's get 100. Let's get Kyle Pitts to the Pro Bowl again.
Yeah, right.
We are a better team when Kyle's operating at a high level. We can get him back to, and I think it's also confidence. Like he's now got confidence himself. Kirk's had confidence in him, and they can have confidence, but actually proving themselves right that, I can do this. We can do this. The offense can involve Kyle Pitts and still have Darnell Mooney and Drake London and everybody else. Yeah. So I want to see it all come together on offense because now's the time.
All right. Okay. And I want to see Bijan.
Yes.
Keep rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like what's the rhythm of the offense? Like we got a dynamic offense, but ain't nobody been like killing yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody got like stats a little bit. A little bit, but not like, oh yeah, he's leading the league in this and leading. No, that's why I say the offensive line he gave when I said the coach gave Raheem gave him the O-line the game ball last week.
Yeah,
gave him a little bone for momentum, for confidence.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like we need y'all to keep this thing rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes like that's LL. Sometimes you just need those games like to juice you up a little bit. Okay, can I do it again? And can I get in a rhythm? Then all of a sudden you're hot. You know what I'm saying? Like now you're just playing and not thinking. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm good. We're good. We're gelling. Can't nobody stop us. Let's roll. Is this game gonna start rolling? Are we rolling? Are we rolling after this game? Or are we gonna fall off a little bit, make it? You know what I'm saying? Then now we back to 4-3. We mediocre.
Nope. 5-2 sounds so much better than 4-3. 5-2 is where we should be. And Mike, you made a great point because it's about stretching your possibilities and proving to yourself just how good can we be. And by us doing that on the passing side and the running side in the last 2 games, it imprints upon you, your squad, your teammates, the coaches, the people who are calling the plays.
You're right.
I can go to that well.
Yeah.
I can go to that well because I know that my people will execute it and that we can operate at a high level doing these things. And so I'm waiting for Kyle Pitts to have his turn. I want him to have 150 yards.
2 touchdowns.
Game. Yeah, two touchdown game. So I'm like, like Kyle Pitts is back. Like he's not like he's all the way back. I want one of those. I want like Algiers had 100, Bijan had 100. I want Bijan because he has that Jarius Norwood take over a game, Alvin Kamara take over a game. I want Bijan to have 200 on his own.
Right.
I'm a Tyler Algier fan. I want Bijan just to show everybody that, I'm breaking 70, 30, 50, 80-yard runs.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened yet. And I don't know how it hasn't happened with Bijan's speed, agility, quickness. Like the man can like high jump a whole human being. Yeah. I want that to happen. So something like that needs to happen to stretch our imagination on offense with what we can do and how far we can take this team.
Yep. And that's and that's going to put pressure on defense in the future.
Yep.
On the coaches go like, all right, we got to worry about this guy. We got to worry about this guy. We got to worry about this guy. If y'all not showing on film, these coaches don't care about you. Not a game record. Maybe not game records.
Game record. Oh yeah. So love that. I want a game record. Yeah.
All your game record. Nobody's offense showing us yet that they are game records. Nobody yet been consistent throughout this whole season.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a number of factors that's playing in. I love the way we win in football games, different ways. We got the grit.
Yeah.
We got the grit. Now who are the special guys on this team?
Yeah.
Now it's time for y'all to show. It's coming up mid-season. Who's special on this team that's going to carry us through?
I like it. And with that, Mike, to wrap this thing up, we're going to go around the league. We have a segment because there's so much happening in the NFL. We know it's Bleav in Falcons, but there's different things that happen around the league that have some synergy with what's going on with our team. And I got to talk about it because it's been all over the TV and it's been all over the news. And it's something that Falcons fans should feel really good about. When it comes to around the league, all you got to do is take a look at Cleveland. The Cleveland Browns quarterback, Deshaun Watson, was almost our guy. And I was like, I don't know about you, Mike, but I was like, let's get him. Let's get Deshaun Watson. It'd be great. But, the way they did it, like people forget, it was like during Matt Ryan's tenure, and it was kind of shady. And it's what had Matt go to Indianapolis, and he felt a certain way. I would love to, ask Matt because we did his Ring of Honor stuff. We had a day to a dinner or event to talk about Matt and like this is your life. I would love to know like how he felt when they are openly courting Deshaun Watson. He was the hottest thing since sliced bread, and people are saying we should get him. Thank God we didn't. Deshaun Watson is putting up historically bad numbers. And everyone said it's going to happen when you guarantee that much money, like $230-something million that he's guaranteed, no matter if he plays good, if he gets a stubs his toe, if he wants to just relax. He's played so bad, and we dodged the bullet because it's almost like, all right, because people say there's a curse in sports and especially football. It would have been very hard to say there's not a curse if we got Deshaun Watson and we were dealing with what the Browns are doing, much less, having him come out here and just lay an egg. But thank God we paid the right guy. We paid Kirk Cousins. Kirk is doing his thing. But I mean, were you a Deshaun Watson fan when he was going through like where to pick? What were your thoughts on that?
We knew Deshaun. Deshaun was the ball boy during our training camps. Remember this? He was a high school kid.
Yeah.
Greenville.
Not when we were there. Not when.
Yes, it was.
When we were there.
When we were there.
Are we that old?
Yeah, we that old.
Yes, we're that old over here. Oh my God. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard that he was for the Falcons, but I didn't know he was there while we were there.
Well, I know when I was there. I don't know what the exact year. Maybe you was going. Maybe you was going. I was there. I was definitely there. But anyway, first of all, it would have cost too much to get him in the first. It was a bad business move in the first place to try to get Deshaun Watson.
Arthur was trying to move things around. We were a suitor. It was like, hey, he's coming home.
But they had to make sense though. It had to make sense.
The Browns offered a price we couldn't. We couldn't match him, and thank God they did.
And it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
At the time, did anybody around the league say this deal makes sense? No. And not one outlet said this deal makes sense.
I remember
Everybody said this is
it was
crazy.
Kyle Pitts who said, because it was Kyle Pitts who said, "Oh, it's about to get scary in here," because they were almost saying it's a done deal. They were saying for a while, "Oh, he's coming to Atlanta. It's a done deal." And we were like, "Oh my God, it's about to get scary." And it got scary, just in the wrong way. But thank God we didn't get Deshaun Watson. Thank God we got Kirk Cousins.
It's all about fits, man. It's all about fits. Deshaun Watson could be a good quarterback in the future. We don't know.
Not in the near future. Not in the near future. Let's see things turn around for him.
It could be just Cleveland.
Cleveland does not rock. It is very sucky. I've heard.
Look at we talk about Baker.
Yeah. Ooh. Dummies. How you let Baker go? They let Baker go.
Right. He's looking good. He's looking good in Tampa.
He's looking good in Tampa. Real good.
He looked good that little stint in LA.
In Cleveland.
With the Rams. I'm talking about the Rams. After Cleveland with the Rams. Look good then too. Like sometimes it's just
it might just be Cleveland. It might just be Cleveland. I'm happy that Atlanta's not Cleveland. I'm happy that we got Terry Fontenot, who's going to come back on this show, and we've already been promised Raheem. We got to get the head coach on to talk about these Falcons, and hopefully we keep on winning, so we stay in a good mood, because it's fun talking football when we keep on finding ways to win, even though it might not be pretty wins, but a win is a win is a win. No such thing as an ugly win. I'll take a W, and we need to get one against these Seahawks, man.
And speaking of feeling good,
speaking of feeling good,
talk about this cherry bunny, what I'm sipping on right now.
Talk about this cherry bunny real quick. So you have to find a way to be your best self. And sometimes you're feeling down, you're feeling a little bit tired. You need to pick me up. You got to recharge. And if you don't have the right drink, if you don't have the right juice, you can't do it. Like Cherry Bundy is what gets me up in the morning. Cherry Bundy is what allows me to be the best me I can be. Cherry Bundy is better than Al Bundy. It'll take you to the end zone. Let's go. Cherry Bundy all day. Let's go. Right there. But no, it's some good stuff.
Good stuff. I mix mine with a little bit of lemonade. You know what I'm saying? I like it like
yak.
that.
What do you
lemonade? I said lemonade, not yak.
I said yak. All right. Y'all don't mix your stuff with yak. I don't know how that combination works, but lemonade might work. Hey, what I do know, we appreciate y'all support. I've had people reach out to me, say they watched the podcast and show me the phone, and they're subscribers. So like, follow, subscribe, check us out. We're growing this thing. You know, we're figuring this thing out. We're not professional. Mike makes mistakes. I make mistakes. I called our kicker Young Ho Koo. It's Young Wei Koo. I know that. You know, we had 2 games, and it was 3. We're not perfect, okay? We're working on it. We're just we're just an all-pro fullback and an all-pro tailback trying to talk good Falcon football for the fans. And we're doing our best, all right? Okay?
Bear with us.
Bear with us. But we appreciate y'all's support. And we'll see you guys next week.
Bleav in Falcons.
Bleav in Falcons.